I've now completed the square and I'm ready to block it. Blocking any project, whether it's crochet or knitting, is a really important step to finish off, and it gives a really professional finish. It does two things. It sets the size and it also really brings out the stitches. So it's a really important stage to do, and it's very simple to do. So all I've got is a blocking mat, but you don't have to have a mat. You can use a folded towel. And then I'm just placing the square on the mat. And for this project, I'm measuring that this square is 6.5 inches square. So I'm just placing that on the mat, and I've put my pins in just to put that in place. I'm then going to, once that's pinned down, get some water and just give a very light spray over the top. And then I'm just going to add a couple more pins just to put it into place and really set that position. And then, happy with the position of that, leave that to dry. And then that will completely set the size. And if you do that with all 5 squares, you'll end up with a really lovely even set of squares. One thing about the tension, if your squares come out a little bit larger or a little bit smaller, that's fine. It's not that the size is so important. What's important is that they're all the same size, so you have consistency within the combination of squares. And the other thing is just looking at the stitches themselves. You want the stitches to look very neat and to be quite firm. The fabric texture wants to feel quite firm. If your stitches have come out very loose, then obviously your basket will end up being very loose and floppy. So the tension is quite important, that you keep it quite firm, the stitch, and they make it quite tidy. If your squares are coming out very big and loose, then it may be worth going down to a smaller hook size, maybe to a 5.5 or even a 5. So I'm now going to just leave that to dry, and I'll do that with each of my 5 squares, and then we'll be ready to construct the basket.